Hello, sir.
Boss, how are you doing?
I'm all right, sir. And yourself?
Very well, thank you. Uh-huh.
I'm so happy to be here.
So happy to have you. But before
Pleasure
we
is likewise.
bite my sister, oh,
no, no.
uh-huh. This man of God things I'm doing. I want peace. I want love. You know, those kind of vibes.
Yeah, absolutely.
So how have you been?
Yeah, I've been all right. Doing well. I'm all right. Thank you very much. Doing really great.
And how's the weather in the UK? You're in the UK.
It's cold, very unpredictable, like British weather. Like it's cold
Yeah.
sometimes, warm, yeah.
So unpredictable. But you guys are getting into summer already, or late?
Yeah. But it's still very cold right now.
Okay. So let's start with a brief introduction.
Okay.
Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, how do you pronounce your name? Sorry, I'm trying to log on to TikTok. So TikTok,
It's Falegan. Falegan.
Falegan.
Falegan, yeah. That's Ekiti name.
Oh, Ekiti, like Fayoshe.
Yeah.
All right. Awesome. So, tell us a little bit about yourself. Let's start from there. TikTok is live. So tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yes, that's fine. My name is Honorable Opeyemi Falegan. I'm an officer in the Royal Air Force, 2624. I'm also a doctoral student in London School of Commerce, and I'm also the CEO of ODF Foundation. Yeah, I started that great foundation 7 years ago when I lost my father, and my mom became a widow.
Oh.
And I noticed when I lost my father, my mom became really so emotional. Like she became really needy. Like when she wants to talk to someone, randomly she calls me. When she needs something, she calls me. And I thought within myself, there'll be other widows out there who wouldn't have a child like myself. So I thought I should start ODF. That was what prompted it. And that was why I started ODF Foundation. And since we started, we've done a lot of things in the city of Ado-Ekiti, in Ekiti State. Things like widows empowerment, market women empowerment, even drilling of boreholes in the communities. Distribution of writing materials.
State.
Yes, in Ekiti State, yeah. Distribution of writing materials.
What I was saying, my mom lives in Ekiti State. My mother lives in Ekiti State.
Yeah, I know your mom works with my dad's best friend. I know that.
Oh, he's your dad's best friend?
Yeah, Falegan, that was my dad. Himself and his best friend fought for the question of Ekiti State.
Wow.
Well, a lot of people, I wouldn't want to talk about that, but I'll still go back to that.
Okay. Oh, yeah. I'm just picking that up. Okay. Yes.
So I've done a lot in the city of Ado-Ekiti, like drilling of boreholes, distribution of writing materials. Even during the JAM registration, I gave 2,000 students free JAM registration in Ekiti State. Even we did disabled empowerment. Like I had to talk to the physically challenged people, like their abilities and disabilities. And they were really so happy. We had to educate some wanted to go back to school, some wanted some handiworks. We were able to make impacts in their lives. Even the price of motoring went up in Nigeria recently. We gave free fuel to Okada riders and to the motorists in Ekiti State. That's about my foundation. And about myself, my family, I'm the son of Chief Gabriel Falegan. That's my father, the man who fought for the creation of the state with his best friend, Baba Fe Babarola and Baba Faswan, and some traditional rulers who were once under Ondo State. So they fought for the creation of the state. And unluckily, he died 7 years ago. And it was a big state burial when he died. So I grew up seeing my father as a philanthropist, as a great man, which I believe I'm his protege, because I'm working towards that line, and as a big politician as well. And so far, it's been great, and I'm happy to be Falegan. A lot of people, I'm happy to be Falegan. About my work as well, I could tell you a bit about my work. I wouldn't want to say much, but I'm an officer in the Royal Air Force, 2624. Even though I've sworn to the Queen to, some secrecies and all that, but I'll still tell you a bit. I'm a gunner by profession. We have different traits in the Royal Air Force. I'm a gunner. Gunner are the ones with guns. And I'm very sure you would have seen my picture on the internet lately, because before I don't normally show that, but I'm very sure you would have seen it lately with JPMG, like General Purpose Machine Gun and all that. So that's about my job, and that's it. I'm a gunner by profession, and I'm a PhD student. I'm a PhD student in London School of Commerce.
If you don't become gunner, make you don't find person. A person will just become a gunner since you are a gunner.
That's just my job, bro.
Have you ever been to war before? Have you ever experienced the war?
Peacekeeping.
Peacekeeping.
Peacekeeping, yeah.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And don't ask me if I've shot someone before, please.
No, I'm not gonna. So,
No,
yeah,
I've shot someone before. Yeah.
Will sanction us. So, ladies and gentlemen, you might not know him, but he's Opeyemi Falegan.
Yes.
He is the ex of my lovely friend and sister Nkechi Blessing.
Yeah.
He's right here with us. Now let's talk a little bit about your studies. You're doing your doctorate right now.
Yeah, PhD. Yeah, PhD at the moment.
In what course?
Well, it's actually DBA on strategic leadership, in which of our aviation center, in which British Airways is the case study. So that's what I'm actually at the last level of the thesis.
Based doctorate.
Doctorate, yeah, DBA, yeah.
How long have you been in the army for?
Maybe 5 years now. 5 years, yeah. 5 years plus.
Oh,
yes.
Okay. And how do you like the army? Is this what you want to do?
I actually joined, sorry, not the army, Royal Air Force.
Oh, sorry, Royal Air Force.
Yeah, there's a difference. I know a lot of people, when they see in the uniform, and when they see the uniform, they just think, oh, army, everything's army. It's Royal Air Force. It's even more, it's more of excellence than even the army. But I know some army guys here wouldn't believe that. Like, they'll probably say, oh, we're all the same thing. But it's just one of those things. But I enjoyed it. I actually joined the Royal Air Force because of my political ambition, to be honest with you.
How does the Royal Air Force in London
I noticed that most of our great leaders.
Hold on. Do you have a political career in the UK, or your political career is in Nigeria?
It's in Nigeria. And to be honest with you, there's a political dynasty in my family.
Okay. Tell us about it.
Well, my father, like I told you, I grew up seeing my father as a big politician in the States. My father installed a lot of governors, senators, and even House of Reps. But unfortunately, out of all his kids, most of them, all my brothers, my sisters, they weren't actually interested. I'm actually the only one interested in politics, in which it's just my life. It's just what I want to do. I joined the Royal Air Force because of this political ambition, because I noticed most of our great leaders actually passed through that fraternity. We call it a fraternity. And most of you will be wondering, like, how is it a fraternity? But to be honest with you, it's a fraternity. Most of our big leaders, top leaders, okay, look at Baba Obasanjo. Was once a military man, right? Look at even Buhari. Most of them, the top ones, active ones, they were all in the military at one point in their lives. So I thought within myself, that's the way. And I had to join the one in the UK, like, highly respected, you know, like, and that was why I actually joined the Royal Air Force, and I'm so proud of it, 100%.
All right, awesome. Let's talk a little bit about you growing up. Did you grow up in the UK, or did you grow up in Nigeria?
I grew up in Nigeria. I grew up in Ado Ekiti.
Oh, wow.
Yes, before I grew up in Ado Ekiti, you know.
When did you move to the UK?
More than a lot of years ago. I wouldn't want to start giving.
You don't want to give us exactly. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I did my first degree in lit. I was once in Bowen University. It's a private university. Then later I went to City University for computer science. Then I went to
went to Bowen.
What's it?
my former colleague in Cool FM, Kayla.
Killer, yeah, I know Killer. I know Killer. Oh, wait, actually, the first set, the same set together. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, nice, nice. I'll tell her.
I know her. So later, I went to City University, which is where I did, where I finished my studies. I did computer science. Then later, I went to London. I went to Auburn College, the same university the late Gani Fawemi attended. Yes, University of Wales, Auburn College. The late Gani Fawemi, the lawyer, we went to the same. I did my MBA there. And now I'm in London School of Commerce, DBA. I just want to set my, my political profile right. Like, make sure during the time when you're talking, people will know, like, this man knows what he's talking about. And you can actually make things work, add more impact to the people. And according to one of my authors, George Washington, he talks about adding value. To people who don't know, George Washington is the first American president. He talks about how you need to add value. Our life should be all about adding value. And that's, I just love all these great men, the presidents, vice presidents, all these great people. These are the people I look forward to. And that's it. So.
Tell me a little bit about your political ambition.
Yeah, well,
what do you want where do you see yourself? What's the height of your, don't tell me you want to be president too, or
well, you don't know, people might love me enough to be the president. You wouldn't know, sir. Yeah, but really, they call me the future of Ekiti State. That's what they call me in my state, the future of the state. Because I've performed more than what any House of Reps or any Senate, what they've not lived up to expectation, most of them. And I've done far more better than most of them. When it comes to, okay, look at me, yeah, out of my own personal resources, I've drilled boreholes in Ekiti State. Boreholes, I can't count how many boreholes. Do you understand? Women empowerment. I market women empowerment. Do you know what it takes going to the hospitals to start clearing bills? I gave 2,000 students free jam registration and at the freeze. It was all over the news. And it was all out of my own personal resources. All out of my own personal resources. Thank God for the Royal Air Force. Do you understand? And some few friends as well that supported me. Do you understand? Just doing a lot for the people. And I still want to keep doing more. Someday, I believe I'm going to be the governor of the state. And most of you should write today's date down. What's today's date, sir? Yeah. That someday, I'll be the governor of the state. And I'm so sad. And I'm so sad in the belief of who I am. And please write today's date down. Someday, I'll be the governor of the state. And that's it, sir.
All right. Quite a lot of... the story out there was that you are not employed.
Yeah.
Throw some light. Let's discuss your current employment.
Okay.
And, yes, let's throw some light on that.
Yeah. Yeah, well, it's very, very simple. So, not to freeze. At the moment, I'm actually on study leave because I'm at the last stage of it. I'm at the last 6 months of my doctorate. So things like that are more imperative to me than what someone is saying. I don't really care. Like, I can assure you, by July, August, during my graduation, it will be all over the blocks. I can assure you that. And by July, August, Dr. Freeze, you won't be calling me Falegan. You have to put doctor at the back. Sorry.
So, honorable doctor.
Honorable officer again. Officer Johnny.
The honorable. When do you get the honorable from? Please throw some light on that.
Yeah, because I contested 2014 at that time for House of Assembly. Yeah, at that time.
Did you win?
No, actually, I was screened out because I was too educated. Sorry, I don't want to use the word. Yeah, but the governor at that time saw me as a threat. Said, no, but you live abroad, you won't be able to listen to me. So during the screening, most of them were just dropping school certs. I was happy. I said, hey, I'm the boss. They just saw MBA, Masters of Business Administration, and Auburn College, University of Wales, the same school Gani Fawemi attended. They said, no, we don't want you, we're too enlightened. I said, please don't, because
which
governor
of the governors was that?
I don't want to mention names of that government. Look at 2014.
Man,
2014 at that time. 2014 at that time. The governor at that time didn't want. The governor at that time didn't want me. He saw me as a threat. He saw me
2014. So we can
14.
figure.
So he saw me as a threat, and I've always been in touch with my grassroots as well. You know, look at the things I do. You know, I know you saw a video on Insta blog as well. Where I was sharing fuel for my Okada riders, my motorists. They came in thousands. This car you're seeing right now, most of the Okada riders in Ekiti State, this is what, you know, when you see them, this is actually the identification, like ODF, ODF, ODF. They all love ODF. And it's a thing of joy, really, like, I'm proud of myself, 100%. So when someone said, we'll still come back to that, like when someone said I didn't have a job and all that. When it's time to start, do you want to address that right now? I'll address that right now.
Please, I'm whatever way I can to bring peace. I don't want any issues between you and Nkechi Blessing Sunday.
No. I never knew how serious. I never knew how serious it was.
Let's just see how you can enlighten us on your own side of the story, because it's always fair to hear from both sides. So yeah. You tell me all about it.
Okay, it's very, very simple. The case of myself and my ex, that was a case of a love life gone sour.
Okay.
Yeah, Nkechi is actually, my ex, sorry, is actually a very sweet person, I said.
Oh.
Yeah, she's a very, I would like to, you know, she's a very sweet person. Yeah, very sweet. Very, I saw her interview, someone, like while she was proving tough, I was just laughing. Because she's a very sweet person, very easy to love as well, you know. But sometimes, what I would say is this, it's very, very simple. Two people can love each other deeply. That is phrase. Two people can love each other deeply, but they might not necessarily have a fulfilled life being together. Yeah. And the choice is now yours. Do you want a love life or a fulfilled life? I made my choice. And I've got reasons for it. But to be honest, she's a lovely person. To be honest with you, the whole problem started when I came to Nigeria for a birthday. Yes, when I came to Nigeria for a birthday. And I was very happy. You know, look at the lovely surprise she gave me. Did you see that surprise?
No, I didn't.
That beautiful room, everything, like the balloons and all that. That was so beautiful. I was very, very happy with it. Like, we're together that night. We went out, you know, danced, pevis to pevis, you know, all loved, all, you know, love nights, you know, that was really enjoyable. Do you understand? But afterwards, some other things happened in which I'd rather be quiet over some certain beliefs because I wouldn't want to pull anyone down. But afterwards, some other things happened that later, within that week, in which I said to myself, I said, nah, this is now, you know. And I told her, like, these are these things that happened. I don't want it. I'm not saying no to it. I'm saying never. You know, and later she reached out like, okay, she's sorry. Like, she would like to talk to me. Like, she promised never to be salty. Like, we should talk about those things and address it. And I told her, sorry, it's too late. Because at that point, I was already at the end of my tether. That means I was already at the limit of my endurance. I couldn't take it any longer. And I returned back to the UK. Dr. Freeze, I wouldn't say I'm perfect. I'm not perfect. I'm human. But as a man, we all know what we want. And when we see what we want it. I wouldn't like to, sometimes when I think about the whole thing, I feel like, oh, maybe I should have done better than this. I should have done some things better. Because one of my authors told me something, said, out of the greatest love comes the deadliest hatred. The same way a woman will love you when they love you. Look, you can see how she was all over me when everything was good. Oh, my husband, this is the best thing that's ever happened to me.
Tell us a little bit about that husband issue. What happened? Did you guys get married?
Oh, okay, I'll address that as well. So one day thing happened, like, you know, I thought within myself, maybe if I could change the ends of time, maybe I would have done some things in a better way. But a lot of things happened in which I would want to address. I wouldn't want to say, okay, she was at fault or I was at fault. I don't want to condemn anyone. It's life. Life, life goes on. We have to move on with our lives. I'm not here to probably bring her down. I would never. That's it. That's a forgone. That's a forgone chapter of my life. Like, I don't even want to mention anything to like this is what she did and this. Fine. Two people were in love. We loved each other. I don't like to like even feel this guy still thinking like, I miss some vibes. Oh, do you understand? Like, these vibes now. I miss some vibes, stuff like that. We were together, we love each other. If I was a rubbish person, Dr. Freeze, she wouldn't put me out as her husband. Let's be realistic. If I was some rubbish guy, like, oh, this guy is a rubbish guy, she wouldn't put me out there. She gave me like, this is my husband. Maybe initially I was like, husband, isn't that too fast? Because at that time, I only just got separated. I only just got separated from my, wife at that particular time. And I told her, I said, no,
tell us a little bit about your ex-wife.
I would have thought, that's a lovely woman.
Because we need to talk about it if there was something or there was a
I'll mention some time things.
About that briefly too.
At that point, that was just when I just left. I just got separated from my ex-wife then. So when we met each other, you have this lovely girl, talking to you, texting you and all that. And I had to tell her, I said, listen, no high expectation for now. Because I was still thinking there's a probability I could probably go back to my wife. At that point, just probably left your, like, I don't want to lead another person on. No high expectation. Calm down. Let's see how it goes. But in the long run, both of us, we fell in love. And everything became really, really good. Like, I was really enjoying it. She calls me, this is my husband. I love him. And I was really enjoying it too. Me too, I was probably calling my wife, obviously my wife as well. Very sweet. But in the long run, a lot of things happened, now I became, Dr. Freeze, I'm a politician. I want people around me. I need people around me. In life, there's a saying, your growth in life is a function of the help you receive. Yes. You need people around you. You need people as a politician. Someone might just interested in what you do, like, oh, this is a great man, using his own personal resources for the people. It's a good man. But when you have a woman, my ex didn't like the idea of people coming closer to me. Oh, yeah, why is this person coming close to you? Why are you doing video with this person and all that? And I know it's love. But Dr. Freeze, I need people around me. I need people to come closer to me. Like, okay, I needed people to actually come closer to me, talk to me about some certain things. How can help the people? And okay, she mentioned some certain things that was quite depreciating to me. Number one was when she said, I know she was trying to cancel calls. I mean, like, true, like, probably eats me really bad. It was really sad when she said, when she was out of annoyance, she said, she fed me. Do you know what that makes me feel? Fed me? I live in the UK, you live in Nigeria. How did you feed me? I live in the UK, you live I live in the UK, you live in Nigeria. Fed me how? Were you coming to the UK to give me food? But some people online, some gullible people online will probably just take that like, oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. Your woman was feeding me from where? How? I know she was trying to score points at me, but that was a very, very bad one. Especially with the idea of coming online to tell people I don't even have a job. Like, do you know how depreciating that was? I'm an officer in the Royal Air Force. Even the only black officer in my squadron, Dr. Freeze. That's how honorable I am. Do you understand? And and to the point he said I borrowed was uniform and a gun in the UK. Oh, Jesus Christ. Dr. Fritz, you understand now? You know how people, in abroad here.
Yes.
How much the advanced country, how much they frown at, what do you call it? At terrorism. You can't just put yourself out there and say, oh, is everything all right? Oh, sorry. Nigeria.
NEPA. So my estate, like the electricity back in the next 1 minute or two. Okay. We have hours light, but our 25. They
And some
blink.
people were actually believing that, like, oh, yes, this man doesn't have a job. Or he rented a gun. JPMG, General Purpose Machine Gun, with a military uniform. You rented that. You know, like, and I realized some people were really gullible when it comes to that. But it's social media. Even someone is not up to your standard will walk up to you and come and chat shit to you and probably insult you. And that's it. And it was really, 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 you know, and she mentioned another thing she said, I do come online all the time. Dr. Freeze, Saturday and Sunday, those were the time I normally, you know, attend to my followers. I do a lot of giveaways on my page. You know, I have to keep them moving. What do you want? A lot of people will come online who have not paid. A lot of empowerment, or kids resuming school, even widows empowerment, even on my page. Why? Just to make people comfortable with me. But she said I do come online. She didn't like that idea and all that. A lot of problems started with that. You know, Dr. Freeze, a lot of things were said and all that. But to be honest with you, we were never married. But we loved each other too much to the point that people probably thought we were married. We were never married. Yes, I'm being honest with you. We were never married. Yeah, I didn't get to that. In fact, she never even met my people. She never even met any of my people, like my parents or whatever. You know, because we've not actually. Yeah.
Let's talk about that. I'm sure your parents liked her because she's a sweet lady, like you agreed earlier on. Nkechi,
Sure.
bless Sunday, very lovely ladies. I know she has the bad temper, but aside from the temper, she's very endearing. So has she talked to your parents on the phone? Your dad is late.
She has never met my parents. And I've got my reasons for that. And I wouldn't want to talk about that here because I don't want that to probably ignite any
more fight. But let's go back to your ex now. You said you were separated, not divorced. Before we even go into that, were you engaged to Nkechi?
I wasn't. I wouldn't lie to you. At least we're live on. We're never engaged, but I wouldn't lie to you, Dr. Freeze. We loved each other. That was just pure love. I won't lie to you. But like I said, it takes more than love.
Love going somewhere. Did you guys at any point say, "Wow, we're going where this is the long haul"? Before,
yeah, I thought within myself, like I told her sometimes, listen, my vision is for you and it's for me and it's for our people. Definitely, you can't do acting or do what do you call it? You can't act forever or probably you can't do it forever. But imagine if I'm in government. Listen, if I'm in government, if we like, I had a plan for both of us. Like that I thought we're actually leading somewhere. Like someday we're actually gonna be together. However, but Dr. Freeze, in the long run, you know, when you have a woman and later you start seeing some sign things, they start thinking like, oh, would you want to cope with this? Do you think this would be a good idea for you or this wouldn't be? And it's quite unfortunate. I made my decision and it wasn't favorable on our own part. If I could turn back to the ends of time, I probably would have done something better. If I could, I would, but sorry. It's just life. We've got to just take it the way it is. But coming online to now say, oh, Opeyemi, this is Bula. It's just funny. Like that was a joke of the season. I was just laughing. I was meant to be mad. My friends were like, oh, they thought by now you'd have been annoyed about it. No. I said, what I do, military, is more mental than even physical. I can't be moved, bro. Like that didn't move me a bit. But I was just looking at gullible people sending messages to me. You know, to her, she was saying that to probably put me down. But Dr. Freeze, Daddy Freeze, if I've got to be honest with you right now, my DM is so filled up. She probably just announced me to the world, Dr. Freeze. My DM is so filled up. Like, I wouldn't like to. If I've got to count the number of messages.
I'm just asking this. How are you sure that the people in your DM right now are people who are genuine people who actually want to work with you?
I don't even want, Dr. Freeze, like I've said, I'm not looking for a wife at the moment. I'm not looking for a wife.
Oh, so you mean the people in your DM are
in my DM? Yeah, now can we shoot our shot? We love you, want to be with you. She doesn't deserve you. I say, hey, Dr. Freeze, if I've got to count, yeah, that'll be in thousands. So I'm not lying to you. I can't even read it all. like I'm someone's child. That's just too much. Everybody wants David now. Everybody wants ODF. How many people I won't marry? I'm not even looking for a wife. I don't even look for a woman.
Oh,
But
wow.
every woman, yes. I'm just being honest with you. She literally just announced me to the world, and instead of that, and that actually worked for my favor because I felt more wanted. Even a lot, yeah, I felt more wanted, more loved, but just quite unfortunate. Like, I wish things were done properly, like, but it's life. It's just life. But that's a face. That's it, huh?
All right, NEPA is back. Maybe because it's midnight, it normally doesn't take this long. Let me now take you back to where we're going earlier on about your ex-wife.
Yeah.
Whom you said that you guys were separated but not divorced.
Dr. Freeze, I didn't mention all that to you.
You did. You said.
I just said we're just separated at that time. I've not mentioned not divorced.
Oh, are you?
My ex-wife is the mother. My ex-wife, yeah, my ex-wife is the mother of my ex-wife is the mother of my children. So I've got to respect that part of her.
How many children?
Either I like it or not, she still always remain one of the best part of my life. You know, we've got kids together, very lovely woman, and all that. So I wouldn't want to probably talk about her online, but she still remains one of the best thing ever happened to me, and that's it. And that's all I can say about her. You know. So Dr. Freeze, another thing I'd like to say is this: yeah, I said some certain things in which I felt I should apologize about. Especially when the thing happened, and I wanted to talk back after like saying I wouldn't date anyone without a degree. I want to say to everyone on here on this platform that was just a joke. I didn't mean that. That was just a joke. I never meant that. Like, it was just trying to get back to her. Well, maybe I shouldn't have said that. So I want to tell everybody online here that I'm very, very sorry about that. You know, what we do at times does not really define who we are. What defines us is how well we rise after falling. And sometimes it takes some certain things to really fall apart for good things to fall in place. I'm sorry about that. I said that. I would date anyone. I don't care. Even if you have just primary six, as long as you can make me happy, you can both, you know, make each other happy, you can add value to each other's lives, I'll really, really date anyone. So I'm sorry about that. So if that was a bad joke, yes, and I apologize.
That's a wonderful place to start. Apologizing goes a long way. My good friend, Blessing CEO, is chatting with me in the DM. She said she would like to join and ask a few questions. What do you think?
Blessing CEO. I wouldn't want that. I've got to be very vigilant when it comes to that.
She said she's going to.
I don't want it to be a case of a man against women. I don't want that. I know she's this controversial, whatever. She talks about. I know she's this controversial.
Just ask you.
She's this controversial, whatever, and I enjoy it. Like, she wouldn't know I'm even one of our best friends, fan really, because I watch her program more often and I enjoy it. But she's really controversial, and when she really wants to come at you, she knows how to do that. And I wouldn't want to start exchanging words with her in any heated argument.
No,
I've done it. Yeah.
She said she won't exchange words with you. Okay. I won't invite her then, even though I think it'll be good.
But if she's got a question, she can probably send it to you. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I would have loved her to come though, if you ask me.
No, I don't want a heated argument with a woman.
Oh, nah. I'm not going to argue with you now. Blessing.
I'm not saying I don't want that. To be honest, I don't want that.
Okay, no problem.
Don't allow me to go and use me shine on top of like, nah, I'm too big for that.
Okay. But anyway,
if she's got a question, she can just start.
Yeah. She's gonna send me the question. She's gonna send me the.
Yeah, you're free to really. But like I said to everyone, I'm really, really so sorry about that. Like, you know.
Okay, Blessing is asking this question. She is saying, "Why did you come to social media?"
Why did I come to? That's funny. I've always been in social media. Like,
no, why did you bring the matter to social media?
Okay, I love that. Yeah, I love that. I was actually expecting that from you. I didn't bring the matter to social media.
Okay.
I was getting okay. I didn't bring the matter to social media. I was getting tagged. Okay. Imagine the situation. Yeah, even myself and my. I didn't bring it to social media. That's the answer. Yeah, I did not bring it to social media. I'm just trying to be careful on things I say. I don't want to ignite any fire or some people coming at me because I don't want such popularity, really. I don't want such popularity. There's a difference between popularity and notoriety. Notoriety is when you are being known for negative things, like committing nuisance on the internet. So I don't want such popularity. I don't want that. Really. I never brought the matter to social media. Something led to something, getting tagged, and that was why the whole thing escalated, but I didn't bring it to social media.
It would have been good if you brought Blessing, because she's asking some very lovely questions.
Yes, I really thought.
She said, why did you not resolve the issue in private?
Yes. To be honest with you, she reached out to me when I was in Nigeria after the whole thing, like, okay, can we talk about it now? Let's talk about this. Let's talk about things between myself and yourself. I promise never to be rude to you. I said no, too late. And I had a reason why I said that. I was already at the end of my theta, Daddy Freeze. You know, when you have a woman, you can't change a woman. Nobody can change anybody. But you want some certain things to be done correctly. Like you want the best for her. You want the best for her. You want someone to probably carry themselves in the best possible way and possible manner. Like, can you do things this way? Is it possible to get some certain things done this way? Well, she didn't want that. And I thought within myself, it's just better, like both of us. It's better we go our separate ways. And that was when the whole thing now, escalated. And that's it. She wanted to resolve things with me. I have to be honest with you. Honestly, and God is my witness. She wanted to. Like, okay, I'm sure, like, okay, let's resolve things. I promise I'll never be rude. But I wasn't interested anymore at that particular time, Dr. Freeze. I was already done. I was already at the end of my theta, like the limit of my endurance. I didn't want to, I'd already, moved on. Yeah.
Okay. What's your advice? Another question from Blessing CEO. What's your advice to those who are in love?
Yeah, love is a good thing. Love is a good thing, like it's good to be in love. But when someone wouldn't be or won't be part of your life, there's no point leading them on for too long. That's just that. It's good to be in love, but before you are in love with anyone, think about it properly. Do you think this person will be part of your life? Do you see this person with you in a long time? Fine, we did it for a year plus. I enjoyed every bit of it. The love life. Like I said, she's a proper sweet girl. Like, I really enjoyed it. There's some certain things in which, as a man, those things are very, very important, are very, very imperative. Once you know you can't take it, there's no point.
Talk about the love life you enjoyed. Let me bring you back to this.
Yeah.
He said in the bedroom department that you were a bit, I'm looking for the right word. Should I say insipid?
You did laugh, Seth. You did laugh. Daddy Freeze, you did laugh. Why you did laugh? About the
this kind of matter, and nobody did there. Now only you two did there.
Daddy Freeze, I'm a soldier. Sure you do. We always exercise.
Say the other soldier now.
Dr. Please, I'll be soldier. We always exercise. Dr. Please. Please, I would like to.
So in short, any woman will come meet you now die.
No, anybody where you know say you won't come. We feel run now.
No run now.
We feel run now. Bring your anybody where you know say you feel run now. But I just get my own criteria. You must be very clean. If you know clean, I will leave you. You must be clean. You must be neat. That's very, very important. And another thing, we go run now. As long as you be fine girl, you make sense. We go run now. But it's funny, Dr. Freeze. Like I said earlier, I said, out of the greatest love comes the deadliest hatred. The same way where woman will take love you. At that time now, before we had a fight, I was the best man in the world now, Daddy Freeze, Abby. I don't be the best man, my husband, the best man. But the moment we had a problem, then I became a 2-minute man. Now skits now. We don't know in the past, they one actress don't use that skit before in the past. Do you understand? Now the same skits, they won't try to use the same skit on me. But unfortunately, the kind of skit can't work on my advantage. Because now everybody won't know me now. So anybody we won't doubt them.
Blessing CEO has one more question. She said, can you still be friends with your ex? That's with Nkechi. Can you still be friends?
Oh man. It's Dr. Freeze, yeah. It's only God that defines the affairs of men. Yes. It's only God that defines the affairs of men. Who knows? It's possible. It's possible. Dr. Freeze. My ex didn't only step on me. She stepped on some of my friends as well. She stepped on them. She mashed on them. So, there's a committee of friends involved as well. Like, even if I want to, like, okay, I won't lie to Dr. Freeze. I miss her now. You think I don't miss her? I miss her. Yeah. Forget about fight though. Say everybody just fight.
What do you miss about her? Tell me about Nkechi Blessing.
A lot now. A lot. I still miss her. All right. But she went too much. She said a lot too much that. And she said a lot too much. She said a lot too much that didn't make sense. So if she could go to that extent of trying to bring me down, I don't know what will happen tomorrow. Why would you say a man doesn't have a job? A man that is an officer in the Royal Air Force, in the military, a man with a gun. I carry a gun for a living, Dr. Fitz. Look at my hands. Do you understand? I'm a PhD student, Dr. Fitz, a doctorate.
Let's see your muscle now.
Dr. Fitz.
Oh yeah, let's see.
I'm a CEO of the biggest foundation in the States. I'm from a very respected family, reputable family, the Falegan family in the States. If you know you're from the States here, I don't know Falegan, you don't know anybody in the States. I'm not lying. I swear to God with my life. Do you understand?
You still never show us your muscle. We want to see
you want to see my hand? Do you understand? You understand? So
yeah.
If tomorrow now I decide like, okay, I still want this girl, I still love this girl. What about my family? What about my friends? The ones you mashed on. Calling my friends, myself names, my family, people you don't even know, people you've never met in your entire life. Dr. Freeze, she went too far, man. There's some things, I didn't mention any of her family. And I know enough that she has told me that I would have probably said. But I decided to keep quiet because when it comes to family, you've got to be careful, Because there's one thing about me. I could probably forgive her tomorrow. But do you think my family would probably forgive her? Let's be realistic.
Now, real quick, one of our committee members here on Daddy Freeze Live,
yes,
Bob. Samaria is always with me on my live. She's one of our committee. She also sent 2 questions.
Yes, please.
Because you've answered, she sent 4 questions, but you basically, in one way or the other, answered the first 2. So these questions...
There's something I need you to understand as well. Sorry,
Yeah.
1 minute. Ijalo de Dorindo will. I saw her live here where she was talking about rebound. I was just laughing because this was someone that will put me up on her page. Like, if you come near this man, I'll pour acid on you. I was the best man, Dr. Freeze. I'll pour acid on you to come near this man. This man is my property. This one is my property. I was even labeled a commodity, property. Do you understand? Dr. Freeze. Then all of a sudden, I became the bad man. I became the 2 minute. Come on now, Dr. Freeze. That was just a joke. Like, and that was very cheap, man.
Okay, let's this question that Samaria sent.
Yeah.
Samaria said, Nkechi said you went after her friends. Is that true?
I've never. Why would I do that, sir? Why? Our
That's
friends
from Samaria Bob.
So I'm trying into the social media now, yeah. To try.
Now,
even though you're Nkechi's friend. No, we can throw it out now.
Now, another question she asked, that is Samaria. Samaria said that she said you were with her for the fame. That is, you were with Nkechi for the fame. Is that true?
How, Dr. Freeze? Tell me. If I was with her for the fame, she was the one that put me out there, Dr. Freeze. Yes, she put me out there, Dr. Freeze.
You didn't want her to put you out there. Are you sure?
When we initially met, and when we were in Nigeria, like at that place, together, and she took that picture. She was the one that put that picture out there because we were only together. It was just myself and herself that were together. And the next thing I realized that a lot of people started trying to hard me. My name was just flying everywhere. What is happening? Hon Opeyemi Falegan with the new Nkechi man. At that point, she even had to apologize to me, and she can testify to that. She said, "I'm very, very sorry. I didn't plan that. I hope you don't leave because of that." I said, "No, it's all right. Well, I wasn't expecting that. You shouldn't have done that." And and we spoke about it amicably, and that was it. Dr. Freeze, I'm quite flexible. I'm not hard-hearted. Like I'm not a bad person. Why would I come to her for fame when she was the one that put me out there, Dr. Freeze? She put me out there, Dr. Freeze. I wasn't all about the social. Even then, when I even started my foundation, the social media wasn't this pronounced. Like it wasn't this known. Like it's just now that everybody's on social media. Which fame? Like why? It was even later. Do you know at that point when I met Nkechi, I can say categorically, she wasn't even this popular, sir. Yes, sir. She wasn't even this popular. Yes, at that time when I met her. Because I didn't even know her. I didn't know her. A friend of mine, I just saw a picture with a friend of mine, like on a slide or whatever. And I said, "Oh, is this fine girl now? This girl no bad." I said, "Oh, that's one of my friends and all that." I said, "Okay, tell her, say, your soldier like him. Do you understand? Or honorable like him now." And said, "Oh, let me connect both of you together. And let's, So, yes, she wasn't this known. Me personally, I didn't even know her that much. I wasn't into Nigerian movie now, even at that time. I don't watch Nigerian movie. At that time, I wasn't. Do you understand? And she wasn't even this known, Dr. Freeze. Let's be realistic. But even most of the people that came to me, most of the kids people, she told me at that time, and I swear to Almighty God, she told me herself when we started getting along together. She said, "Oh, Opeyemi, I won't lie to you. When you met me, I was on 1.3 million followers. I swear to God, that was what she told me. Said, do you know, since we started dating, I've gained 400,000 Ekiti people." She told me that. I swear to Almighty God. That was what she told me. 300,000 to 400,000 Ekiti people. Do you understand? I said, "Oh, that's good." Because why? My Ekiti people accepted her. They loved her. Do you understand? They started talking about her, like, "Oh, you're dating Hon Opeyemi Falegan." So I wasn't into all this internet thing initially. I wouldn't lie to you. I wasn't into it until the whole thing, and so far, and it's been great. It's been enjoyable, really. Like I said, she's not a bad person. She's not a bad person, but when love comes, it's always like a dream. But when it goes, like a nightmare, we still all need to move on, man. You guys online shouldn't just come because I know you guys had this idea of this perfect picture. Like, they look good, too good together. I know when you look at both myself and ourselves, some people who believe we're twins, like we look alike a lot. Two fine boy, fine girl together. Makes sense. But as a man, there's more to life than that. I mean, no waiting I face. So you, where you do online, you can't carry my matter for your head. Like, what's your business in my life? Either someone left someone, this person left someone. That's our lives. Like, you just need to move on. And that's it. And me, but I always say that she's not a bad person. And I'm not going to say she's a bad person. She's not a bad person to me, Dr. Face. But we just have to do that. That's it. I'm never going to come here and start condemning her. Oh, she did this, she did that. For what? I never knew how crazy it was until I started receiving calls from traditional rulers, spiritual fathers, even from families. Like, what's happening? There's a girl just saying a lot of bad things about you. I never knew it was that crazy because we don't even follow each other. I started seeing a lot of things on the blogs, a lot of saying bad about me, even in my advertising. That means she's using me catch crews now. She they use me advertise. They enjoy. They cash. They cash.
Now, Blessing still just asked another question. She said, please. You said Nkechi was into women.
I never said that.
That's the question from you.
I never said that. I swear to God. Okay, look at what happened. When I was online, I started receiving texts. I wouldn't say that. For what? Waiting concern me. And I started receiving texts. And someone just comments out of that gist lover, whatever. Oh, Oko lesbian. I said, who is this one calling me Oko lesbian? It was, like just reading, what do you call it? Reading comments like this. Oko lesbian.
Never insinuated. It was just.
No, I never. I wouldn't. Dr. Freeze, I wouldn't say things like that. There's no reason for it. Dr. Freeze, I don't talk anyhow, to be honest with you. Like, there's some certain things I wouldn't just start saying. I could have said some certain things that would have probably been awful tonight, that to me, just to get back at her. Some certain things that actually happened. But I wouldn't say it. I'd rather be quiet over some certain beliefs. Bygone is bygone. If we see each other tomorrow, if we decide to be friends, we'll be friends. And if we say tomorrow, things could go better, that's it. And if things doesn't, we all move on. But people shouldn't just carry our matter for their head as if the world is about to fall. No, we don't move on, I beg.
Okay.
But the most awful thing was when she said she fed me, Dr. Freeze. That was very painful. Because Dr. Freeze, let me break something down quick.
You ever borrow money from her?
Sorry.
Okay. If it's going to qualify, just
sir, hold on, sir. I know the three things in a relationship, the three attributes you've got to exercise in a relationship, in any relationship. You have to provide, you have to protect, you have to profess, Dr. Freeze. When it comes to professing my love, Dr. Freeze, I don't profess my love to this woman, Tara. I literally, I remember some of my exes back in the days writing to me like, "Are you showing this your woman too much, Steph?" Wait till happen now. Because I show her a lot. Oh, that's my woman. Even Dr. Freeze, the back of my phone case had a picture on it. That's how much I was really all about her. Really. I was really professing my love. I love you. I love you. All the time. The love was really genuine. I can even see one of my good friends like that. Do you understand? And the second thing, protection. Dr. Freeze, you all know what happened during the tampon time when she had a problem with tampon, Dr. Freeze. You knew how I came out. Like, oh, that's my woman. Nobody should come around. If you're coming for her, you're coming for me. Dr. Freeze, that's protection. If I don't love her, I don't go do that kind of thing. Dr. Freeze, you know that my action, and God is my witness, that my actions nearly took my life. Yeah. Ask her and tell her to swear to God on it. If that my action on tampon situation nearly took my life, Dr. Freeze.
How?
Dr. Freeze. I'm telling everybody on this live now, not be every fight maybe they put your head though. It's not important. Dr. Freeze, I got really attacked. I won't lie to you, spiritually. Dr. Freeze.
Well, give us a guess to us. We want to. We're interested.
I hope I'm not saying too much now.
No, because this is not to do with her. This is to do with
Dr. Freeze. Coming to protect her at that time, during the tampon time, nearly took my life.
How did it nearly take your life?
Dr. Freeze, I got attacked spiritually. Yeah. That was when I knew there's no there's no distance in the realm of the spirits, Dr. Freeze. That nearly took my life. Attacks every night when I'm sleeping.
How?
They wanted to take my life.
No, as in, how were you attacked? Were you having bad dreams?
Spiritually now, you know what I mean? Someone coming to stab you at night. Some trying to press you down. A lot of things were happening. But thank God for the God of my mother. Thank God for the God of my prophet, Prophet Taiwo Ojo. Thank God for the God of my prophet, Prophet Sam Ojo Authority. Those were the people that stood for me. And I started praying for me. It was serious. Why? I got myself involved in a fight. She had a problem with tampon. I came out. If you're coming for her, you must pass through me. And they passed through me. And I felt it. And I said, God, but Dr. Priest, that's protection. I wouldn't tell anybody this.
So it wasn't like your mind was just making this up?
Nah, Dr. Priest, me. Mind was what? Have you ever imagined your life coming out of your body and going back?
Tell us about that. So
Dr. Priest, I know.
Your soul, you had an out-of-body experience because of tampon.
But that was protection. You know, there's a lot of things that a man would do for love, but I would advise people sometimes, the kind of fight you put yourself into, because if I could, I would. If I could change the hands of time, I wouldn't probably involve myself. I would have just probably set to that situation. But I'm just saying that nearly took my life, and it's the truth. And God, that nearly took my life, and that's protection, Dr. Freeze.
Okay, so
and third one,
against tampon, an experienced Nollywood firsthand.
My Dr. Freeze, I was attacked spiritually. 100%.
Okay.
Yeah, I was attacked. And the third one is provision. Dr. Freeze, I swear to Almighty God, and God is my witness. Within my capacity, I was providing for her. Within my capacity. Look at the word I said. Within my capacity. When she needs something, hey, darling, I need this, I'll do it. It might not really be what a drug dealer or what one Yahoo boy would give. But Dr. Freeze, I was playing my role, and I was playing it well. I swear to Almighty God, God is my witness. So now imagine you playing your role, providing for your own woman, and the same woman is now saying she was feeding you. Weird. Just because she was trying to throw back at me. But that was a wrong move. I didn't like that. That eats me, like, fed me. I live in the UK, you live in Nigeria. How are you feeding me? Sure, they come UK, come they give me food for money, go back. You don't. That was really, I'm being told I don't have a job. Come on, Dr. Freeze, you're officer. The only black officer in my squadron. Dr. Freeze, I'll send you a picture after, and I want you to post it of me and my squadron with the boys. He said, rented guns. So all those squadron, do you know what makes a squadron? All of them rented guns as well in the UK. Dr. Freeze, and most of the audience, some are gullible, no vex, but people don't really get brain like that, really. But,
all right. Lovely hanging out with you.
The pleasure is likewise. Yeah.
I'm glad you were able to come and share your side of the story, which also goes along with. Thank you for upgrading me from Daddy Freeze to Dr. Freeze. Like saying that me and you, they do this PhD together.
Yes, for real. And please, when next you talk to Baba Fe, ask about, say, who is Ojo Falegan. Those are the people that fought for the creation of the states. And that's why in the States, everything is Falegan, estate, Falegan. Like, I'm from a very reputable family in the state, yeah. And someday I'm gonna be the governor of that state, 100%.
Oh.
So guys, please mark this day too. Don't say that man said it. Governor will behave. So
Ladies and gentlemen, Honorable Opeyemi Falegan here. Thank you so much for joining us live, and thank you for sharing your own perspective. And do have yourself a very, very lovely what's left of today. And we're looking forward to your PhD program coming to an end.
Very
we
soon.
can refer to you as Honorable Doctor.
Yes, officer. I go put officer as well, because I never. Maybe that when I get political appointment or whatever, I go leave. But for now, I never leave. Official, right. Bless to see you, my sister. God bless you. my troublesome blessing. I'm your fan, though, but you're trouble too much.
All right, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm pleased to my ex, Nkechi. No vex. No vex. Me, I tell them now. No vex. No vex. I know how it feels. Having a guy showed to the world, the love of my life, my husband, and all of a sudden the guy messed up. No vex. If I ever feel me down now, I feel me down, but no vex.
So
no vex. Eh?
You agree that you messed up?
And some parts as well. Like I wanted to forge ahead. Maybe I didn't do it in the best possible manner, but I'm very, very sorry. No vex. What we do at times does not define who we are. What defines us is how well we rise after falling. And from my heart, Nkechi, from my heart, I still love you. Tell us I love him. When you see him, I love him.
That's so nice. That's so nice. Somebody saying kneel down and beg her jaw.
On top live TV, I don't beg. See, for Ekiti, this now what they give people when they beg them that. No vex. I love you. No vex. Let bygones be bygones, please.
All right. Let bygones be bygones. That's his message. Awesome guy. Lovely hanging out with you.
Look
at everybody saying, oh, even the people that were abusing.
I love. Now love the whole year. If I talk say tomorrow and say I won't come back, then would they very happy?
It is somewhere blushing.
They don't accept.
Accepted. Okay, people don't accept him. Yeah.
Yes.
All right then.
That's official.
Opeyemi Falegan.
Give me my whatever now. You go put on like this. Yeah.
Like this, are we?
No, now soldier they do like this, but I in our military. Now yeah. Put them down. Yes, put them down. Nice one. All right,
gentlemen.
Thank you very much, sir.
And God bless.
And you too, sir. Bye.